Who can you call?
So that maybe
It,
it's
it,
a
Can we get that one license?
what?
Who are you gonna call?
Yes, yes.
You coming to the show tomorrow? Who can you call? Let me tell you who can you call. Like, and the second verse especially. Like the thing is about like when you do the type of music I do, you're expected to be, oh, you need to be righteous and you need to be perfect and be a image of perfection. But it's like I'm a man and I make no mistakes. Like I'm a man of this world, and there's no stuff I go through and there's no things I feel that maybe you would say, oh, you shouldn't sing about. But it's like if I don't hear myself express it, if I don't hear it, my words, then how do I improve? So like that verse when I say, um, I've seen empires fall and wither down to dust, and all the money in the world it could not lift them up. The most brilliant of ornaments crumble down to rust, because we put with faith in lust and disregard the trust. Hell, I know the rush. I've had the feeling take me over. The power in my hand when all the band over my shoulder. You know what I mean? Like you feel like, oh, you have this. You know when you're standing in front of like Woodstock, 300,000 people, and your brothers behind you playing music, and you have this mic in your hand, and you say yeah, and you hear 300,000 people say yeah, like it will do something to you if you're not careful, you know. Um, the bands are more where am I? I know the rush, you know the feeling take me over, the power in the hand, now the band over my shoulder. The bands of money coming in will change the ones around you. The wise, you know, because it cannot stop you getting older. But still, like even knowing all of that, but still, I admit that I get caught up in the game. I saw the legends do it, naturally I did the same. So I'm rolling around the city, Miss Jamaica, they're there with me. Hurt them on my platter knowing all of this no matter. You know what I mean? And like that was an influence from watching the Bob documentary and drawing the parallel between his life and my life and him having. So when I say I saw the legends do it naturally, I did the same. You know what I mean? I saw Bob Marley and doing his life, traveling the world, having the princess of this country and Miss Jamaica rolling around, and you aspire to these things when you're 12, 13 years old because you think this is what success means. And then you see him have something like that at the peak of his career, and then he has to leave the flesh and leave it all behind. So you know that certain things don't really matter. So I had to express stuff like that and be free about them things there. So that's why that song is my favorite song, and I think that what I just did is better than me giving you a performance.
When the rain hits a pot on the roof, herb just a steam pepper pot on the stew. Life is a dream if you got gratitude, so go tell the regime them can't stop what we do now. Information you think on your own, or else you're a slave to the things that you know. What do you know if you learn every day? So be careful of things where you say.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I just go where the train blows.
You really see a lot of peers that I could say, oh, I'm feeling what this person is doing and I want to be, you know. So I felt really kind of lonely until I went to Jamnesia one day and I saw Janine perform, and I was like, yo, who is this girl? And then I saw Nomad and Raging Fire. I like to call it the class of 2009. And the four of us really bonded together and started to link. Janine introduced me to Kabaka. He was rapping at the time. And I went to I was going to do a show and he wanted to perform on the show with me. And I was like, okay, if you DJ and not rap, then I'll you know, you can come perform with us. And he DJ'd the first time I heard him. I was like blown away. Then a bit after that, I started to get some messages online from this Richard. His name was just Jamar McNaughton. And he was like, yo, I'm a youth, I go to St. Catherine High School, I rate the music, I want to produce some tunes for you. I'm like, yo, this khaki suit is talking about producing. So I was like, send me some rhythms, let me hear what you send me. I'm giving you the real inside scoop now. And he sent me a rhythm which turned out to be Warrior, song me and Kabaka used. And I was like, I can't really record any because I just have my album come out, but I was producing Kabaka's first CD, Rebel Music. So I was like, I'm gonna give it to an artist named Kabaka, and he was like, alright, cool. So you know, Jamar is really Chronix. And so I invited him to the house. I was living up Stony Hill. Kabaka was living at the house too. And I invited him up there. It was Kabaka's birthday. And I heard Chronix came with some beats, and he was like, yo, I do a little singing too. I was like, alright, let me hear what you got for me then. He started to sing, and I was blown away by Chronix that day. I was like, oh my god, this dude is not normal. So it was amazing. Like, I've been around a lot of amazing talents in my life, but like I can tell you, when I first heard Chronix that night, it was like I knew immediately. I told him, he can tell. I was like, yo, within a year, you're gonna be exponential growth. And so that is to me how the nucleus really just started. It wasn't like we said, oh, it's gonna be. The term revival actually came from a friend of mine, Dottie Bookman, who was fascinated with the Harlem Renaissance of the 20s and 30s in New York. And he was like, he can go and research the Harlem Renaissance because there's a word that identifies it. And he was like, there needs to be something that can be identified by media all over the world. Like, he's very savvy like that. And he was like, the word he has is the revival. And that is how the whole term kind of even came up. And then, yeah, I wouldn't say caught up. I mean, we just, like, they were just, everybody was doing. So like, we would go to a show and I saw Jesse Royal singing, and I was just blown away. And then, he's gonna, if people see like 5 people hanging out and our Chronix Kabaka, it's just natural. Then we heard Jesse come up, and that too was the next person that you heard him the first time. And for Jesse, for me, it's more even about his presence on stage. That's what drew me to Jesse more than anything, was that when I saw him on stage, I was like, yo, he's 100% committed to what he's doing on the stage right now. He really believes, and the energy, exudes from him. So it's just a natural thing, and for us, it's like not about anybody trying to be the man, but knowing that everybody's gonna get a chance where they have the spotlight on them. And then when you do that, you just bounce it off to each other, and then everybody grow and everybody happy. I don't want to be the only one happy. I want to see everybody happy.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I just go where the train blows, sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. God provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees.
Africa in our soul, but a Jah in our heart. It is of importance for I and I gather. If we cannot show now a balance that we had, how do we propose then to carry it abroad? Cannot go to Ethiopia and you not have a plan. The building of a nation and a helper on everyone alone.